All right, y'all. Let's keep it simple, man. Let's just keep it simple. Natalya Silva earned her title shot. I mean, that's it. We know we can't keep arguing against that. We got the fight. The fans wanted, right? Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili got a chance to jump ahead of everybody. She got her shot, got 50-45, proved she wasn't ready to be there. I mean, hey, she got a chance to dare to be great. So shout out to Zhang Weili, give her respect. No rematch or anything like that. So let's keep the flyweight division going because the flyweight division has enough contenders right now. You know, this division doesn't really need help when it comes to uh, fire and explosion right now. You know, we already got legit contenders here. So let's keep it going again. You know, let's bring it right back to who's next, and that is Natalya Silva. I mean, Natalya Silva, whether you like her style or not, you feel like she's ready or, you know, she hasn't fought any 5-round fights. I mean, regardless, she's earned a shot because 5-round fights aren't a requirement to get a title shot. Not every champion in history has got a 5-round fight to prove they're ready for a title shot. Some fight 3-round fights, they win the belt and they become dominant, right? So we just got to keep moving forward. We can't use that as an excuse. I mean, even if you feel like Natalya Silva's style isn't ready for Valentina, I mean, whose is? Whose style is really ready? I mean, when we compare to Aaron Blanchfield, at least we know right now Natalya Silva does have somewhat of a striking pedigree that could be trouble for Valentina. I mean, in the last fight with Aaron Blanchfield, I give Aaron a lot of credit. You know, I think Aaron did really well against Tracy Cortez, but again, that's Tracy Cortez. And still, we see Aaron Blanchfield taking a lot of strikes from somebody who's not that great of a striker, but put together a boxing plan enough to land shots on Aaron, right? So I still think that it would be wise for Aaron Blanchfield to grow a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm just saying that she's a good fighter. She does a lot of different things, but we've seen how she's done against an even higher level of a striker in Manon Fiore. I mean, she's lost every single round against Manon Fiore. Didn't say she quit or she stopped trying, but she did lose every single round. So what would that tell you if she was to face somebody who's an even better striker that beat Manon Fiore and Valentina Shevchenko, right? So Aaron, she went on her win streak. You know, she went on her 7-0 win streak, or what was it, 6 fights in a row. You know, and since then, since losing to Manon Fiore, you know, she's put together 2 good wins. And right now, I say she's in her retooling stage, and that's okay, right? She's in her retooling stage to just grow as a fighter now, to develop in the areas that she's still lacking. So in the meantime, the next best thing would be Natalya Silva because just like Manon, just like Aaron, she put together her solid win streak to get her to that next level. So we just can't skip the line just because you feel like a person is not ready. You know, this could be that one fight. I was wrong about Alexa Grasso. Everybody said Alexa Grasso that wanted Alexa Grasso to get the title shot. That was a fan of Alexa Grasso said she's ready. I said she wasn't ready, and she proved me wrong. So what's the difference between her and Natalya Silva? I mean, Natalya Silva, she went through the ringer just like Alexa Grasso did. I think she actually fought more fights and was more dominant in her fights than Alexa Grasso was on her way up. I mean, we can pull up her resume. I know Alexa Grasso did fight a 5-round fight against Viviane Araújo, but you know, she still didn't fight as many fights as Natalya Silva. Natalya Silva fought 7 fights. You know, she beat Jasmine, Bleda, Leonardo, Andrea Lee, Viviane Araújo herself, right? She actually beat Araújo herself. And then she beats 2 former champions in Andrade and Alexa Grasso. I mean, how is that not ready? Sounds like Natalya Silva is definitely ready. And I mean, she was there. She was there. You know, she was there to make it known that she was ready. And I think she got a little upset when her name wasn't mentioned. But hey, that's all right. I mean, the MMA journalists, you know, they're more to blame than the champion is at this point. I mean, Valentina, you know, she's already proven time and time again she'll fight anybody. So I really can't say it's Valentina here. It's her fault. You know, it's not. It's the MMA journalists that act like this ain't a fight that needs to happen. But the hardcore fans like myself know that it's time. It's time for Natalya Silva to get her shot. And I just think another thing that puts Natalya Silva over Aaron, I mean, of course, above the obvious, which is, you know, she's on her perfect win streak like Manon, right? The next thing is just her style. I know that Aaron Blanchfield is experienced, has more UFC experience, and, you know, got there first. and she's been doing a little bit more. That's just because of the type of fighter she is. I mean, if you compare her to like Karine Silva, she's kind of like what I used to say about Natalia Silva and Karine Silva, because people used to ask me, who do I think would get to a title shot first, Natalia or Karine? And I said Natalia Silva would, because of her style, her particular style. You know, it's unique, it's awkward. Her speed is something a lot of these other girls don't really run into every day. And she's just sticking to one game plan. You know, she's not one dimensional, but you know, she sticks to her guns when it comes to her striking. She does what she needs to do to win, just like Manon was doing. When people say, "Oh, she's just being boring," like Natalia Silva is boring to people because she's doing similar to what Valentina does. You know, she's sticking to a game plan and a strategy that's working for her, you know. So that's why I think Natalia Silva was going to get her title shot before Karine Silva, because Karine Silva to me was still developing. I see Karine Silva doing a little bit more. Like you see Karine strike, slug it out sometimes. You see her grapple a little bit, but she's not really solid in one area. That's why you see her kind of developing on the job, the same way Erin is. You know, Erin was winning every single fight, but every time she would fight, you would see some type of hole exposed, but she would come back, get better, and win the next fight in a different fashion, you know, or a similar fashion. But that's just the thing. Like, it's a similar situation here. Like, Erin's kind of forced to do more because, you know, she's just not the best in so many areas. I mean, her jujitsu is, but still, since all fights start on the feet, there's still something about her stand-up game that needs to be perfected for her to really be a problem for the champion, or to really get that title shot at this point. So that's just how I look at it, man. Like, I just think Natalya Silva's done enough. Whether you feel like she beats Valentina or not, I mean, that's another thing. I mean, even me, like, I still think, you know, Valentina has more than enough to still figure Natalya Silva out. But the whole point is Natalya Silva looks more like a threat than Erin, and she's earned the shot. Simple as that. She's earned her shot. You know, we got to be fair down the line here, because right now it's a revolving door for the flyweight division. You know, we got enough fighters that are putting in the work, you know, to just continue to move forward and let the other person step back and get their shot. Nobody needs to kind of jump ahead, or you need to step to the side and say, "Oh, we need to get this person because this person's not ready." No, it's been going in a line, in a perfect line right now. You know, after Manon got hers, you know, Whaley somehow jumped in, got hers. Now Natalya's going to get hers. And if Erin just keeps doing what she's doing, Erin could possibly be next. I mean, that sounds good, right? So that's just how I see it. But yeah, of course, the obvious is there. Erin does do many more things in fights, but does she do one thing well that could really put the champion Valentina Shevchenko on edge? Like I said, it is possible. Like, if it goes to the ground, if she somehow gets on the inside, the fight could be interesting between her and Valentina. But when you run in like that against Valentina, just believe me, man, that jab is going to be a problem. That right hook is going to be a problem. There's a speed difference and timing difference. And I think Valentina has seen more in what Erin does than what Natalya Silva does. Okay. That's just how I see it. I think it's a clearly obvious two things here. You know, the style puts Natalya ahead, and her win streak and activity right now. Perfect win streak says, hey, give her the title shot. Okay. Simple as that, guys. What do y'all think in the comment section? Again, whether you think she wins or not, that's another thing. And another thing, too, like, people always say, oh, you're just looking for somebody to beat Valentina. I'm like, I'm looking for some competition, man. And that's what I want. I want competition for the division. Like, I'm not having this personal vendetta out for a fighter saying, oh, man, I want to see this person get beat. No, like, I want to see good fights, and I want to see competition. And I think Natalya Silva is going to bring that competition. All right. But what do y'all think in the comment section? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.